Hello, and welcome to the 2017 Tetris Attack Summer Finals. I am your host, Dark Aries, and my co-host over here is Blinzer.
Hello, everybody. I am super hyped for this. This is the grand finale of the tournament, and I hope you're all ready. We're going to have some crazy action going on tonight. Could you run us through the matches that we're going to be seeing real quick?
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to be having the last few matches here. The first one that we are going to have, I believe, is Buncho Bananas versus Bbforky. The winner of this match is actually going to face tval592 in the grand finals here, or finals, as the bracket says. And the loser will be going for bronze up against John_12156. All these are pretty good Tetris Attack players. You may have seen Forky in the Pokemon Puzzle League tournament that's ongoing right now. Bunch of Bananas, I believe, also plays Super Plexus, and so you probably may have seen him in our Super Plexus tournament that we had when the Kickstarter was ongoing. John is actually a very good Tetris Attack player as well. He's the one who actually started the whole netplay community Discord. And I don't know too much about tval. Unfortunately, I haven't had too much.
I can vouch for tval. I have been playing against him in the past couple of days. He's a more defensive player, but he's definitely got he's got legs. He's got moves.
All right.
He's very good. So I believe we're getting into the beginning here.
Yeah, it looks like it
just. Which side is which here, just so I know who to reference.
This is warm-up. Gotcha.
Just warm-up? Okay.
The Forky in my ear is telling me that it's warm-up, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problems. Alright, so we got a little bit of hand warmers going on right now.
Also, I do believe that player 1 is Buncho Bananas, so that would be the left side, and Forky is on the right.
Forky, let's analyze. I've never played against Buncho, so I can't really say. I know Forky is probably a bit more of a defensive player than your average Tetris Attack player. He likes to go for a lot of aggressive moves. And I don't know, I guess we'll have to see how Buncho deals with that. This is a semifinal match, right?
Yes, this is the semifinal match. Or so the bracket tells me.
The structure of this tournament is not double elimination. It would be single elimination, and then we're going to have a third place match later on tonight.
Awesome. So it looks like they are going to be playing on level 10 difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty that this game provides. It is not comparable to Pokemon Puzzle League's level 10. That is a bit more different, I believe, but it does have that extra block piece. So normally, if you've been playing Tetris Attack, Pokemon, and any of those games of the genre, there's only a set amount of pieces. Once you get past a certain level, there's an extra block that gets in, and for very good players, it actually opens up quite a bit, because you can kind of do different... It depends on your play style. I personally hate it because I'm colorblind and I can't tell the difference, but...
The sixth color mostly opens up for possibilities. It allows you to create more intricate setups. We'll talk about this more later. Anyways, we're getting right to it. So,
yep.
Forky shooting hitting a bit harder here at the beginning. Putting pressure right off the bat. Clearing that out. Both players kind of just clearing small garbage right now.
Yeah, unlike versing an AI, there is no cheat strats. There is no send a single combo and kind of go with it. The opponent is hopefully just as smart as you are, if not better, so you can't just easily trick him.
Okay, Forky going for a very big chain here. He's looking to lock down Buncho for a long period of time. Let's see how he continues his aggression. Okay. Buncho's probably going to be stuck in this for a good period of time while he builds up his game. This means that Forky has an opportunity to put some damage behind him.
The less garbage that Forky has, the more he can raise his stack, the bigger combos and chains he can send, so...
What he sends, because he has the freedom to do what he wants right now.
Forky takes match 1.
Good thing about using smaller chains like that is that the shake time is much less. So if you get caught by surprise, like Buncho did there, you can be susceptible to dying really early, pretty quickly.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
He caught slipping.
Well, we are in sudden death now, though.
Let's see how both players deal with this. That was really fast. Okay. So Forky did something interesting here. What he did was he sent the first chain. He observed what Buncho was gonna do, and then after he decided to do a second chain. Unfortunately, there though he missed a slide-in trick, which costed him pretty hefty.
Yep. So that is Buncho taking the first game there.
Okay, and this is a best of 3, so that means that Forky would need to win 2 in a row now.
Yep.
Okay, let's see how this plays out. If I was Forky, I don't know, I wouldn't be too worried yet. Like it went so quick, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he got the first match off, so it's he doesn't have to worry too much. He knows that he can get a match against Buncho, so... Oh, okay.
And I feel like that first match was more hard fought from both players. And I think that the fact, well, at this point, like, let's see, it's game point all of a sudden.
Alright, let's see how this goes here.
And with a strong entry. Offensive now. Forky has a good setup on Buncho right now. Let's see how Buncho reacts. That's pretty good. Oh, and Forky has a pretty nice setup here. That's very nice.
Yeah, six chains, pretty good.
Now he needs to find a way to... Oh, okay. He's on his life point and he's doing tricks. I like it. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I think Forky's just being pretty cautious not to top out at this point.
Yeah, and he's doing a pretty good job at it at that. Let's see how he deals with incoming aggression here. Okay, he does a standard clear. Opt to slide everything off. Ooh, Buncho got a really bad clear, really bad roll there. Oh, that's 2 really bad rolls. Buncho can survive this.
Okay.
He can for now. The lag kind of helps him there.
Out in the clear.
Alright, so now we're gonna see Buncho's aggression return, which is not that much. Okay, Forky's in a really good position to close this out.
Oh,
exactly. And that's that.
Yeah, and just ran out of stop time there. There's not much you can do.
He had no options. He cut them all off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate fact of life. If you keep clearing but don't pay attention, you will eventually run out of things to get rid of your garbage.
Yeah, and the cool part about the higher levels is that you actually have that option to be aggressive towards the enemy, to be able to force them to use their stack, their panels, and then at a certain point they may run out of panels to use in the way that Buncho did against their own will. No, Buncho got a bad roll there, which means that he has to react really quickly. Continue this. Okay. Aggression on.
So 5 chain from Forky right there. Those lots
Top
of
him out. Oh, Buncho makes a crucial technical mistake. And Forky takes set 2. Okay.
Sudden death. Who is going to go on to the finals?
Ooh, indeed. And I want to see how the players' initial attacks progress throughout this, because now it's a point where it's 1-1. Both players feel relatively confident in their ability to beat the other one. And I really think that at this point, they should feel a bit more comfortable throwing, you know, going more all in on their aggression towards each other. And, you know, the importance of... Oh, okay. Forky?
There he goes.
He's really feeling the pressure, eh?
Yeah. Buncho with the comeback. But can he get it again?
Forky going in with a strong combo opener.
3 chain.
Probably continue this
Buncho. And then it looks like Forky got a 2 and then a 3.
Okay, Buncho's topped out. He's buying himself time. See, this is using your stack smartly. He's using a stack to buy time so he can find a solution for himself. Because probably at first he didn't know where to go. But the fact that he bought time by using his resources gives him more chances to survive. Now we're gonna have to see the same thing from Forky because he's about to get hit big.
Yeah, and he's getting pretty low on the stack.
He was aggressive first, but the stack that was sent is not that strong. And that's once again because Forky was the first aggressor. He attacked earlier, which limits Buncho's ability to be able to damage his stack.
Yeah, it is a lot harder to come back when you're the one who has to keep clearing the garbage. There's only so many.
And look at the setup as well.
Ooh, okay. Literal sudden death. Now, who's gonna get the final point? Down.
This is pretty crazy. I really like that setup from Forky. He was consuming multiple lines with panels that were just broken, and that really limited how much Buncho had to work with there. And now it's all coming down to the final round.
Alright, Buncho got a little bit of a chain there, but Forky with a much bigger send-off right there.
Actually misses the continuation to that combo there. He was trying to go for a trick. Both players still safe. What do you think about what do you think about the mesh between these two players?
So far it looks like Buncho keeps dealing with a much smaller stack throughout the whole thing. Forky likes to keep his stack nice and big.
It is riskier to do that, but it's also more rewarding, you know? Because if you have more to work with, by using it.
It's, well, I mean, he topped out a couple times because of it, go big or go home, so... he's toned it down a bit, but...
Oh, but will he live? Wait. This is crucial. I think he should be able to live using the blues. Okay, excellent. Okay, yeah. He wasn't even topped out. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Unfortunately, this is a bad roll.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to deal with this now.
Got the hurts.
Got the green, which is pretty important there.
Buncho.
Now he's gonna have to deal with... Okay, he purposely holds the green to optimize his options, which actually saved his life in this case. And now we're gonna see if he gets a yellow, which he doesn't, which is unfortunate. Now he's gonna have to deal with...
Ooh, okay. Throughout the whole thing.
Okay. He barely lives.
Hard.
Okay, Forky is in the clear for now, but Buncho does not want to leave him in the clear. The problem is Buncho's sending a whole bunch of small stuff, which means this is all going to clear right up, and Forky will have an opportunity to chain.
Yeah, like right now, Buncho is just keeping it low. He's not raising or anything. Forky's always
Forky's playing it very safe right now. He's actually playing very defensively and very nicely.
Yeah. What do we got here?
It's really intense. Okay, Buncho is dealing with the pressure insanely well, though.
Yeah, he's doing really good right now. Cleared off all the garbage.
There was a lot of pressure put onto him, too. Let's see, and the pressure's going to continue as well. These players are dealing with the attacks of the other very nicely.
And it's never... Forky never sends like a bunch of...
This is the match we wanted to see.
It's always the large...
Oh no, and Buncho got an extremely bad roll, but somehow saves himself. Oh. Oh. That was crazy. That was a great last match.
Almost 3 minutes. That was intense.
It was a great coup de grace. Oh man, that was crazy. I like that a lot. I really liked the way that Buncho was dealing with it, but unfortunately he got a really bad roll on the clearing of the garbage there, which didn't allow him to have many options. So he opted to lower his stack, but unfortunately he missed the input, which caused him to succumb to the stack raising very fast. Because, as you all know, when the time goes on, the stack raises faster and faster. So you have less time to react to what's beneath you to form a clear.
Yeah.
What do you think about this set?
It was definitely really interesting because I haven't seen versus Tetris Attack in quite a while. Mainly it's always Pokemon Puzzle League, which is always different, but this was definitely intense. I like the fact that this is a thing that we can do now, Tetris Attack online matches.
The zero input delay really allows us to further the metagame of versus in general, because if we're all spread across the planet the way we've been for the past couple of years, it's kind of difficult to ever meet up and, you know, practice and try to further the meta. This summer has really given us a possibility to increase our exposure to competitive matches, and this tournament is a great way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, as far as I know, there was a bit of a competitive scene for the Panel de Pon games in Japan, but it kind of died out after a certain while. And the only time really versus matches happen is at a GDQ or a PAX or just any other major large video game convention. So it's not. I mean, those happen decently enough, but if we get more matches like this, we're just going to be seeing exponential growth.
Yeah, and I'm having fun. I love watching people play. I love seeing the community grow. It's always great, you know. And as players come out and they become better, it's just really great to see the game grow. All right, so now that so the winner of that match was Bbforky. He will be advancing to the finals, I believe, against tval.
Yep.
It's going to be a very interesting match to see. That's going to be the exact opposites. tval is a very defensive player. Fork is a very aggressive player. We're going to see how those two things mix together ultimately.
It looks like they're setting up the bronze match right now, which is John and Buncho Bananas. So
okay. All right.
We'll see how Buncho keep the best for last. Loss. Some people, they go into a fit of rage and just dominate after a loss, so we'll see if that happens.
They also can go into a fit of rage and then play very poorly.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. I think that the fact that he's warmed up and he just went through a very intense match, that was still a well thought out match. There's nothing to be mad about. If you're gonna be mad at the 15 or 20 second deaths.
Yeah.
But going out in a 2-minute and 51-second match, that's not something to be embarrassed or mad about at all. That was very honorable, if you will.
He did get a whole game off, so it's not like it was and he got I believe a point in the other two as well. So it's not like it was a steamroll or anything. It's just Forky happened to get lucky.
Last match, last stock.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Sometimes it's a battle of who wants it more. Yeah, I don't know the details about Tetris Attack's way of doing zero input delay, but for the most part, it should be almost zero delay. The clone that we use called Panel Attack has zero delay all the time. But John knows more about this than me anyways. You could, if anyone is interested in understanding the mechanics behind why it's zero delay, you can just go ahead and shoot him a PM or whatnot in the Tetris Online. I'm sure he'll be glad to answer.
Yeah, and the nice part about that Discord is there's basically like a welcome kit that you can read to get yourself all set up. And John always asks if anybody needs help and to get yourself set up. So if you have any question, he can answer them. Okay, looks like we are just about to go.
All right, so here we have Buncho and
John.
John is another player I've played with a lot. Me and him have been doing a lot of frame data experiments. We've been doing a lot of just playing for fun, trying to figure out stuff on the clone that we're doing. I'd say he's more of a defensive player. So we have two more defensive styles clashing here in this bronze medal match.
Yep, but don't worry guys, this isn't the actual match yet. They're just getting a quick warm-up in before we start.
Before, you never want to go in raw.
Nope. It's just like an athletic sport. You gotta get a warm up in. You gotta get yourself all stretched out.
Of course.
Stretch out those opposable thumbs, you know.
Man, you don't want to get those opposable thumbs too tight. Then after it becomes a big problem. Heard of people who have got some big damage. Shoutouts. All right, so something we haven't really talked much about is the character selection of the players. Now, as we all know, it takes a very important role in deciding the victory because some characters are stronger than others in the game. The series. Of course, we're just joking around. It's not true.
But 100% serious, that Blarg yell is pretty OP.
Oh, he's OP, he's like S+.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
If there's a versus tier, it's Blarg at the top, no question.
Everyone knows that people that say tier lists don't exist, they don't know. They're not experienced enough in the game to know.
Exactly.
There's an intimidation factor that comes into play when you play a certain character.
You just can't intimidate as Yoshi. It's just like a squeaking rubber duck.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, even the bee, like the bee has a certain charm to him because he's nice, but then he turns angry. So it's like, oh man, like this person has like two sides to them. It's like they have the nice side, but then when they're in the game, they're actually very, you know, aggressive and offensive. Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't making noise.
No, we're good.
Alright, so we should be just about ready here. I think hand warmers are done, though I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I do believe the producer in my ear wants to let me know I'm good. Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to assume that this is the game, so we're going to go. And, okay, so we got players starting off from different spots.
They are both just coming right out of the woodwork.
Oh, garbage. Can I know who is on each side?
Yeah, should be Bunches on the left, I believe.
Alright, Buncho's on the left, John on the right. We're going to see a lot of defensive play from both of these players, so you're going to see less aggression. So unlike Forky style, which was sending a lot of big chains, we're going to see a lot of smaller stuff happening here. Defensive play to make sure that you're not topped out.
Yeah, just looking at it right now, if you noticed, Forky's garbage was massive, tall chunks, and these are just strips.
They're slowly trying to chip away at each other. So there's a little false airwalk over there. That's pretty cute.
The double 5 combo right there, intense on John's side.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Perhaps would be slightly stronger if precedented by a ×5, but they're still not topped out. 1 minute and 11 seconds into the game.
Yeah, these are definitely a lot longer matches.
Both players playing super defensively right now. None of them are risking anything. Okay, we finally have a hit. It's immediately the defense.
Big one.
He was ready for it. He was basically begging.
John has a lot of space to do something right now, though.
Here it's probably going to be another 4 or 5 seconds before Buncho is done.
Back raise.
Now,
boom, double combo.
John in the same situation as Buncho. And honestly, he didn't pose enough of a threat, in my opinion. And now, he pays for it.
Ouch.
Didn't use that opportunity.
So
That's small
Buncho
opening.
takes one. John starting with the larger chain there.
Okay, he manages to clear before Buncho is going to clear his. Buncho sends the aggressive. He ends his thing early purposely to try to aggressively attack John. Let's see how John deals with it. Not too huge of a follow-up there. John will just clear that right up. Now Buncho has a small opening, but nothing too grandiose. See what happens. We're basically back to point blank.
Yeah, it looks like Buncho was waiting for that garbage to fall before he actually started anything, so...
Yeah, he's using more of a counter-offensive than
Yeah, it's just like an opening. Oh, drop. Alright, let's start a chain.
He just assumed that the green wouldn't appear there, so he just started clearing. Let's see. One of the interesting things about garbage mechanics is that because the garbage breaks from the right to the left, you can make an educated guess about whether or not you're going to get the color you want. Like, let's say you're on the third column and you have like two blues lined up, and you see that the first four were not two blues. At that point, it's reasonable to guess that you're not going to get a blue because there's only two blocks left to clear, right? Whereas if you're more on the right side, you're left more of a guessing, a reflexive slash reactionary thing to do, because there's still many colors that still need to appear.
Yeah, you can't just go ahead and start creating massive chains, because nothing's going to happen. Your opponent will just have their way with you. You have to be paying attention to all factors of the game.
Okay, now we're starting to get some aggression here. Let's see. Both players are going to be topped out now.
Oh, and both of them sent the shock blocks. Yeah, great.
I believe in Tetris Attack, you can get more than one shock block on level 10, right?
Yes. Ooh, okay.
Seems that way.
John took that match.
Well, John's that's interesting. John's style kind of lasted the counter-offensive that Buncho is trying to hold up, because John is never overcommitting to his offense, and Buncho is kind of waiting for John to overcommit from what I see here.
I was kind of hoping that match would have taken a few more seconds longer till they reach those shock blocks, see how they react to the garbage, but... Because for viewers who don't know, if you clear a garbage, if it hits the shock block, it'll stop there. Kind of like just a break in the garbage. Well, that's a big-ass chain from Buncho right there.
John is pushing pretty hard here right now.
Yeah,
now
I hope he didn't overdo it. Okay, he has a clear.
Yeah. Technical mistakes from John, but he lives.
Yeah, as long as he keeps clear open for the garbage, he should still be good. Not really close up to the top yet, so... Buncho's still going strong with his chains. That's a 5 times, I believe I just saw there.
Oh, and John ramen noodles him. Wow, that was crazy. He tricked him. He made him think that he had more time than he actually had.
Yeah, like I said, you can't just be going on these big chains and not paying attention. Doesn't do
smaller garbage takes for way less time, and he used that to his advantage to top him out and make him think that he had a little bit of extra time to do a setup to clear, and that costed him his life.
Alright, what do we got here? Looks like John started off with the bigger aggression.
Other player quite topped up yet, though. Let's see what happens. Okay. Seems Buncho is going for a lot of combo. Okay, he does a small chain. He wants to fire back a little bit, keep John honest. However, he needs to clear that on top of him first.
Yeah, because Buncho only just got to the garbage and John just sent another batch right at him. Not giving him any room to breathe.
X3, but John will be able to clear here quicker. John going for some offensive stuff in between. He sees that Buncho is under pressure, so he continues the pressure. Something that Buncho is not really presenting to John backwards. See how John is kind of like not topped out. John's awareness is very good.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, with all the broken up garbage, Buncho is kind of acting like the AI in Pokemon Puzzle League, where the smaller ones just kept dropping, and that all of a sudden had to become his priority.
A little bit, yeah. You can't leave that too low, because then it doesn't let you act freely with your panels at the bottom.
Yep.
But now, okay, this is bad for John a little bit, because now he has 3 of the gray blocks, which is going to take space up, and Buncho was able to clear it and send it, which means that there's going to be a cut in his stack.
Yeah. Gonna have to work
bad
a bit harder to clear it.
Okay, now he can clear it though, and he should. Not seeing it, he's too focused. Trying to live, okay. See how he's using his stack here. This is very smart use of your resources. And finally he sees the grays, okay.
Yeah, sent his own shocks.
Reacts to this, even though he's not going to be topped out by this. John sends an interesting ×2. I like that. Not any player is topped out anymore.
Well, it's basically a reset again. John has space, we're good.
John is under pressure, I believe. Buncho should be able to get out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, but what a terrible roll. Did you see that? That was garbage.
No ability to chain off the garbage.
That's the danger of level 10.
Oh, he second guessed himself. He had the green.
He made a technical flub.
Backed up.
Oh man, that's the danger of the level 10 though. You can get those terrible rolls that just don't line up with the colors that you want, and then it just costs you so much all at once. Oh no.
Okay, that is a quick kill if I've ever seen one.
And I believe that's everything, right? 2 points to John. A 2-0 and a handshake. Wow.
Games.
It was very, very well played by John.
John is our 3rd place bronze medalist here in this summer finals. Which, I mean, it's almost November, but it is the summer finals. It started in the summer. Also, somebody's having fun with the emulator right now. Fast forward. Alright, so since John has taken 3rd place, we are getting set up for our grand finals. tval against Bbforky, so...
This is gonna be fun. Hope you guys are ready for this, because this is gonna be crazy. I've never seen a really offensive style clash against a really defensive one. tval can fire. Like, he can fire back. But Bbforky style really, it really banks on the fact of being able to send those like ×7, ×8s, and then try to keep the person topped out until they can't really handle it anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason why Forky Strats exists as an emote.
Forky Strats do exist. I'll tell you that much, and they're very, very good.
Forky is just known for his really large chains.
I've been playing with him the past couple days. He's a very good player. He knows. He has some really good awareness on his side of the field to be able to solve the puzzle. He has a really good solving the puzzle on his side of the field power, which allows him to. He tries to outlast you in very interesting ways, and he puts pressure on you. He's capable of also keeping that pressure on you. So if he sees that you're topped out, he's going to try to keep you topped out, so that he'll be able to continue to put pressure and make it so that if you make a mistake, you don't get to live.
Yeah, and at least for speedrunning, which still translates to his verses, Forky's cursor speed is actually probably the slowest of a lot of the top players. So it's just kind of really goes to show how much you can dominate just by kind of filling up the other parts of your graph there.
Yeah, there's definitely many skills that goes into being a good player of this game. And it's really interesting to see how the skills mesh against each other. Because a lot of people value speed more than they value analytical capabilities. Some of them value analyzation, like Cards of the Heart. I know he's a very, very analytical player.
There's
just
times
watching him
where
play.
Cards will just be like, oh, no, can't make a X chain out of that. And people are like, wait, how did you see this?
He's very good with secondary things. So like making something fall down that's like three panels above and just making it drop down to form chains and whatnot. But this ain't about cards. We're talking about Bbforky 92 finals. We're gonna see some hand warmers here before we get into it.
Oh, no Blarg this time. We do have the Poochie though. Just
a little crab boy.
Regular reminder, Poochie did nothing wrong.
So I'm gonna assume that based off of cursor speed, tval is on the left, Bbforky's on the right.
Yep.
And immediately you can see that tval has his cursor speed on. He's a pretty quick player. Can move pretty fast.
Yeah, that is some ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he can move pretty fast. All right. I believe the game is not showing us everything he's doing, but speed on deck.
Crazy hyper tapping if I've ever seen it.
He has a let's see. He has a 10. Yeah, he has a 10 APS, so he's pressing probably 10 swaps a second. It's pretty good. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. And see how he fills them out. Even the warm up, he just has no mercy. Yeah. That's funny. Like, no, you don't get to warm up. We're gonna go straight into the match.
All right, let's see if Bbforky can take on such a quick cursor speed with the rest of his skill set.
Of course he can. It all comes down to the split-second decisions you make throughout the match. I see in the chat there's a lot of how do you move the cursor like that? The cursor isn't actually moving all over the place like the game shows. You kind of just have to like make an educated guess about what moves he's actually making, because he's not like flip-flopping across the board 10 times to make his moves. It's just kind of, I don't know, I think it must be like a multiplayer bug or whatnot. But yeah, it seems that tval is meditating before the match. Taking the last couple seconds to enjoy the moment.
Yep. Deep breaths are always good.
Now we're going straight into it.
Alright, match 1.
Still best of 3 or best of 5?
It says best of 3 on the stream. Let me just check the challenge to be sure if it has anything different. Oh yeah, I don't have rights on this challenge. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. Okay, so we see immediately here, okay, tval opts immediately to put more pressure.
Oh, that is a giant garbage that Bbforky sent.
Yeah, he wants to lock tval down while he deals with tval's pressure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast you are, if you don't have anything to do, you just nothing to do. It looks like...
But unfortunately, Bbforky got a bad roll there, and it costed him pretty greatly. He wasn't able to solve the puzzle. We're going to probably be seeing a lot of deaths like that in this finals here, because both players are quite adept at being able to solve the puzzle. Oh, very nice. tval flexing a little bit. Bbforky's got to deal with this. Okay, he opts for aggression, which is very good, despite the fact that tval fired harder. And now, Bbforky gets a decently bad roll, but he still manages to actively solve. Now he's gonna opt to go for a chain. Yeah, of course.
Bbforky has a lot of garbage, but he also has a lot more panels to deal with. So Oh.
Okay, Forky was... That was a very good resolution.
Oh, tval forced
very
out.
Nice, very nice. This is the aggressive style showing its merit. And a lot of people say this is a very defensive game. I know that John told me that Yoshi said that this is a game about living, not dying. But damn, dude, you can kill people in this game.
Yeah. And that just proved what I said. It doesn't matter how fast you are. If you can't do any clears, you're just sitting there.
Sometimes you're forced to have no clears, man. Sometimes you just get destroyed by the fact that you have to keep clearing to live. And it all depends on the aggression of the player.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. So
and Forky gets backlist like that. Oh.
Alright, tval takes game 1.
So set 1 going to tval here. Despite everything we've set up until this point, tval showing that he doesn't die easily. Forky sometimes slipping up. We've seen throughout the course today that he slips up once in a while. Let's see if he can do something to make it so that he can counteract tval's playstyle. He would clear there. Okay, but he still gets to clear. For aggression, that's interesting. Sees that tval is not putting aggression onto him, makes a technical flub that costs him his life. That's unfortunate. Then all of a sudden here we're already at match point. To be able to, I mean, besides live. What do you think he needs to do?
I mean, he's not, it looks like he's not going to be able to get the bigger garbage off at the start, as we just saw, so I think he just has to always make sure he has a clear right beside the garbage and stay within striking distance of it. Can't stay too far away. You don't have that much time to go around the whole board.
Gets a second tier clear there. Oh, but unfortunately a terrible roll.
Ooh,
okay. Damn. And that's Destiny just picking you when you're down. It's just very bad. But that was very, very convincing from tval.
We're about to find out if it's a best of 3 or 5.
I would think that the finals would be a best of 5 because it's the finals, right? You don't want to... But, you know, maybe I sound like I'm being biased towards Forky. I don't know.
Okay, so it was supposed to be a best of 3, but we might get a best of 5 out of this. In any case...
This Yoshimitsu, yo, Yoshi, shut up, dude!
In any case, Forky managed to get a game off, so it was not a complete sweep.
Yeah, it wasn't a complete sweep. And, yo, tval says, I want to win with honor. He says, let's do a best of 5. Let's go all the way.
I am down. Yeah, let's do our one more
I'll still opt with the frog. We know that the frog is S tier in the ranking system. And let's see. It's a pretty decent board for chaining. Let's see how it plays out. He does manage to get off a pretty strong chain. tval making a mistake, which swings the pressure in Forky's favor.
This is the start that Forky needs. He needs to have the panel advantage, the garbage advantage.
Yeah, and he needs to be able. Yeah, and he needs to be able to clear to make sure that tval's pressure is never too much that he can't. That he's forced to be in a position.
Yep.
Where he has to survive.
Alright, tval's looking pretty squished.
Forky does a very good option there. He slides in the yellow to be able to clear, and now he has the purples. Unfortunately, tval no longer topped out. He's managed to neutralize the pressure from Forky. And, let's see what happens. I'm interested in seeing how Forky deals with this. He's going for the chain. He's going for the chain. He uses that as extra time, and he clears. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Now let's see what T-Val does. T-Val's gonna have to do, yeah, okay, horizontal clear, very nice.
Setting up his chains.
Players opting to play more defensively here, their players.
Bbforky needs to make sure he has that clear on his garbage right now. I don't know what okay, there we go.
And this is that moment where you have so many yellows and it doesn't drop a yellow in the clear. That's... this is very brutal.
That 8 combo.
Bbforky does a huge thing, and it luckily transforms
7 on
into
tval side. They are going all out.
Yo, Bbforky's putting great pressure on T-Val. That was gonna be completely cut off at the top there. Those two lines are broken until he clears. Bbforky has a chance here to put some pressure on and clear him out, and he's gonna have to react.
Whoop. Got 3 more stacks to his chain, another stack.
I was gonna have to get something ready here, otherwise he's gonna be in trouble. Yep, he's in. Okay,
He's still able to clear. That is just such a massive stack. Oh
man,
so
Bbforky, perhaps with a little bit of panic in those moments.
2 minutes and 42 seconds. I think that's the longest match we've had against these two yet.
I was very much enjoying, and I'm sure our audience was enjoying too. Hopefully they can give us more of those. I always want to see last match, last stock. I'm hoping Bbforky brings it back.
That's the thing with level 10 though, you think you have time and then whoop, just gone.
All of a sudden, exactly. Where did the time go? Oh, perhaps T-Val miscalculating a couple of rows there. He's gonna push up, I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. Let's see, Bbforky's for sure gonna go for an aggression. No, he opts to save. Oh. Well, I don't know what to
stop time.
Not enough stop time. Not enough options in that case. And T-Val's like, let's go again. T-Val's like, I'm ready.
Alright, and that's it. T-Val is our Summer Finals Gold Champion. Came out of nowhere, takes the whole cup. Insane.
I don't know, man. I don't know about you, man, but anyone who plays like that ain't came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned. That was pretty nuts, I'm not gonna lie. T-Val has some very good, he's got some moves, like I said. Man, that guy, I don't know, man. He's very modest person. It's very cool to see the way that he, even his playstyle reflects that, in my opinion. It shows, you know that guy worked hard, but it shows that hard work pays off a lot.
Oh yeah.
Very, very good. So congratulations to you, T-Val, for being the grand champion of the tournament. Of course, let's not take away too much from our second place finisher, Bbforky. Congratulations also to you, silver medalist.
All the contendants in these matches today were just awesome.
Oh.
Yo, I guess I'll hop on here for a little bit. Great job on commentary. Listen a little bit in the background. We'll try to get T-Val on there, but man, as you can see there, he's super good, man. I was no match for him at all.
Could I do like a little interview with you for a second?
Yeah, sure. All you, man.
All right, hello, Bbforky. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Buncho?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. That was some pretty enjoyable matches that I just got to see there. I wanted to ask you a couple questions. So, were you feeling the pressure a lot when it came down to like last stocks and whatnot? Like you were like last lifeline, whatnot.
During the match against Buncho, it was like I was feeling the nerves extremely there, even during this one. But I tried, and then I just made mistakes here and there, and I bet it felt like to the people watching just like a sloth versus like a cheater or something. Like that's kind of how it felt for me.
No, yeah, but from the player's perspective, it always feels like that because you're very like self-conscious. It's like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, everyone's gonna notice every little detail about me. but it's not always the case. So you don't have to worry too much about that. You look like you put up a fight for us, especially in that 2 minute, like there was that 3 minute match or whatnot, maybe a bit less than 3 minutes, but it was a very good match, and it showed that you can definitely hold your own. Why do you always opt to be more aggressive over being defensive in your strategies? Because you shoot a lot of big chains.
Specifically for Tetris Attack and my flaw just in like the whole series in general, I don't have the greatest cursor speed, so as long as I can react quick enough to the beginning and raising my stack high, I got multiple options which I can look at, so I don't have to stretch too far. And I feel like when I play with a low stack at the beginning, I just don't send sufficient garbage, and then I can end up just topping myself off, and it's a struggle the whole time just to send garbage back.
So basically, you prefer to keep your opponent on lockdown before they lock you down and you don't know how to react to it.
Even if it's like, we've done this in person too at GDQs, even if it's like a 10+ chain that causes a bunch of lag, at least that buys me time, but I'm going to expect something really big in return.
Of course. But if they send something big, then you have a lot of time to be safe as well, because you're just going to be reacting for the next 30, 40 seconds and whatnot. I perfectly understand that. How did you feel about facing off tval, this person that everyone says comes out of nowhere? All of a sudden, he's got like this crazy. He's got Mewtwo cursor speed. He's good. He's fairly well versed in both offensive and defensive. What was your strategy going in?
Well, I played a couple friendlies with him. Each one has basically gone the same way as this. I'd say I performed a little bit better there, but my strategy was, I know he's just super consistent, and he gets off those 4 and 5 chains, it seems like, all the time, and that's almost like an optimal strat, because it's a very good size, and it's very hard to react to when clearing it. So I just wanted to make sure I had it clear in the back of my mind at all times, but sometimes that just wasn't the case.
Yeah, I can understand that. And, you know, when you're put on the pressure there and you're topped out and you got to do like those do or die moments where it's like you're clearing the last one and it's either you get the chain or you die instantly. I can understand that it's, you know, it's hard sometimes to react properly and whatnot because you know of your situation in the match, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And we might have tval in here.
No, but we do. Well, I mean, congratulations to you. You got a very respectable second place, and I think that you played pretty well. Maybe, you know, a couple quick kills here and there, but you know, when you fought it out, you showed us that you definitely know how to make it happen.
Yeah, I was fairly happy with my performance. I wasn't expecting too much. I just wanted to give it my best, and congrats to tval. He does show how good he is, and I just want to give a big shout out before he talks to John, who's been putting in work in the Tetris Attack Discord. There's over 100 people in there, and this did not start that long ago. So thank you, John. Thank you, everyone participating, and tval, man, you're really good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, shoutouts to John, definitely. He's done a lot for this community in the past couple months, but now we have tval592. Can I hear his voice?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Is that you? Hello, my friend. How's it going?
It's going good.
This is the first time me and you get to talk voice to voice. We have been playing the past couple days. Congratulations for winning first prize here at the tournament. How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually kind of nervous when I was seeing Buncho and Bbforky play. I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna be up against. So, yeah, my heart was definitely ticking like a few ticks faster. So I was like, oh my god, I don't think I'm going to do good because my heart, you know, just beating so fast. So, yeah. This is my first like official like Tetris Attack tournament that I've been in. I don't even play Tetris Attack like that. The reason that I got into it was because I play Pokemon Puzzle League so much.
Absolutely, and you know, Puzzle League. Well, they are similar games. There's the mechanic differences is mostly differing. Like, you know, like there's lag in Tetris Attack that doesn't exist in Puzzle League, and I believe there's a thing where you can't press multiple buttons at the same time in Tetris Attack, whereas in Puzzle League you can. So there are a couple mechanical differences as well as the garbage shake. But overall, you know, the skills transfer over pretty well when it comes down to it.
I can
But
agree with
you
that,
definitely
yeah.
showed that you have the stuff even in Tetris Attack. So I wanted to ask you, I would say that you play a more defensive style over an offensive, right?
I would say I play a little bit of half and half.
Yeah, it's a half and
Like
half.
I would say half and half because I know when to be defensive and I know when to be offensive.
You rarely send big chains out of your own volition.
Um, yeah, there is that. So I think okay, well then, okay. So if we had to rule it out, I'd say I would be more defensive than offensive.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not trying to like pin you to a race of player or
Oh
anything like
no,
that. That's
no,
not my
no, no,
intention.
no,
I just wanted to
no, no,
ask,
no.
well, so you say you know how to be defensive and offensive. So when do you
Mm-hmm.
think is a good time to be offensive specifically? Do you think that has to do with where the player is in what they're doing in that moment, or do you consider it more of like yourself an independent thing where you just kind of do your own thing?
I consider that as more of an independent thing, like doing my own thing. Like, for me, being more offensive, I believe I can get the upper hand right at the beginning of the match. Like, once the match starts, or before the match starts, I actually start looking for chains immediately. And if I can't find a good roll, then I'll make them. But more than half of the time, it's set up for me. I just have to move the blocks around so I can do what I need to do. Now, whether if it's a big block or a small block, that determines on how much I use.
Okay, and I completely lost my train of thought because I was listening to what you were saying. Do you think that being offensive at the very beginning of the match does bring an advantage as the match progresses, or do you think that that's just a style of play that can go on equal rights with being defensive?
Um, it could go both ways, but it just depends on how player two can defend against the offensive.
Do you think that them having a lot of panels is useful, or do you think that? Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think them having a lot of panels is useful. That's why I particularly like to keep my blocks low. I normally only raise my blocks twice. I don't like raise them to the top like I used to before. Yeah. So usually, what like how you see me play, I only raise my blocks maybe like once or twice. That's when I felt that I needed to raise them again, I would, but I wouldn't raise them too much to where it would be too many panels for me to like work with. Because I don't believe in. At first, I used to believe in working with a lot of panels, but now I see I only need just enough because I know how to what I can make work. And my favorite combo that I like to do is either the 4, the 5, or the 6, and I can set the 4 and 5s up faster than I can the 6. So
Yeah, 6 would naturally be a bit more difficult to set up, and it takes a lot more time, which you could be using, to create other advantages that perhaps might be more useful.
yes,
Well, that's very insightful of you, and I once again would like to congratulate you for being the winner of this tournament.
thank you.
Next time, I'll definitely participate.
I look forward
And
to it.
sorry, can you repeat that?
I said I look forward to it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And I would have participated, but I was in Italy at the time, and I was like, I probably can't because lag and whatnot. So it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
unfortunate.
understandable.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this ain't about me. I wanted to ask you one more question before you go.
Uh-huh.
When you when you uh when you play defensively, do you opt more to make multiple chains, or do you think that just stacking a single chain at a time is more optimal?
I think stacking a chain separately is more optimal. I don't want to do too much to pressure my opponent, but I'm more into like if I do like a 4 chain, I'll like add some combos with it. Like I'm I'm typically not a fan of doing the bigger chains because it just helps my opponent. It gives them it gives them more time to react. Like if I drop anything, say above a 6 or a 7, it gives them more time to react.
Yeah, it does, absolutely, because then it takes a long time for them to clear it, as well as you know, it's more time to react, and in the meantime, they could be putting pressure on you, and you'd be at risk. If it was like, you know, for example, if you were pushed with like 3s or 4s, then after, if you were topped out, you'd have to do more reactions than they would in the same amount of time, right?
Yeah. So I typically stick to like 3s, 4s, and 5s, and maybe 6s. But I like overall, I like to add combos and everything to my chains, so that way they have a little less time to react because they don't know what's coming up next. So yeah, I was surprised because everybody was saying that I moved like really quickly, and I'm like, I don't think I'm moving that quick. I like
Your
to think I
cursor
was moving.
was like bugging out when we were watching it. It looked kind of weird.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was a weird thing. It was like flying left and right, up and down, all over the place. It was a very weird thing to watch. But you know, anyone who's familiar with the game would probably be able to, like, they realize that you're not actually flying all over the place. You're kind of just moving it. You know, they can kind of scout out your path of what you're moving and whatnot.
Yeah, I was saying,
looked weird. It looked bizarre.
Yeah, I couldn't figure. I was like, why is everybody saying that my cursor looks weird? I'm like, I'm moving just fine.
Oh no, it's fine.
I will say
it's
to
not a problem.
interject a little bit, it probably was due a little bit to latency, but that's nothing to take away from tval either, because he was moving pretty fast still.
You definitely move at least 8 times a second. I counted 10 at one point. You moved pretty fast.
Really?
You have a pretty good spam.
That's crazy. I didn't know that I was moving that fast. I just dived right in.
Yeah. Oh, you know, that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
It's like when you want to get something there faster, you gotta just spam as fast as you can until you get it, right?
Yeah, I had no idea that I was moving that fast.
Yeah, I know. 10 times a second sounds like a lot. Do you play music at all? Just like a complete tangent.
No.
Don't play music. All right, never mind then. All right. Anyways, you know, once again, congrats.
Thank you.
Do you want to play a little bit right now?
Sure, we can.
I mean,
Yeah, that's cool. You guys can get your matches done. I guess we should give a proper outro to the stream, but I want to thank everyone for popping in. Shoutouts to John again, also Yoshimitsu for organizing the tournament. Everyone who participated, anyone who helped, and Aries and Blinzer, you guys held it down on commentary. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
and before Eddie, you say anything else, Yoshi, you know, I want that booty, baby. You better come and fight me.
We might have to have a salty sweet kind of match on the stream or something and see who comes victorious.
Well, we could maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't want to put tval under pressure. He already won his tournament for the day. We're just gonna play some casuals, I think.
Sounds good.
All
right. Well, for everyone here at the commentary booth, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for having me. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Goodbye.